Yo, free grift giveaway, come get it. Run around the block.
Here for the free grift giveaway. Y'all got any more that grift?
I think what she meant by when she had on the White Lives Matter tee, I think she's talking about the stuff around. I think that's what she was talking about. Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and this is Racist of the Week, where we explore the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we could build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, racism. And of course, if you see any nominees, you can drop them in the comments. You can email me at admin@reesewaters.com. Now today, no, Candace, no, we're not taking suggestions from you. No, we saw what you posted. Vile Person of the Year. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. What you mean that's you? Huh? That is you, ain't it? I ain't recognize you, Candace, with the do-rag on. I ain't recognize you thugging it out, Candace. You want that stuff? From Donald Trump, Candace Owens' stock, which was never very high, has fallen a long way. Her attack on the First Lady of France is despicable. I believe in this case, without verification, she is an extremely low IQ individual.
There will be some shots fired tonight.
Trump. If we didn't think you had dementia before, your low IQ is what you use for black people. Now you just dropping it on Candace Owens? You're not even trying. Did you run that tweet by anybody before you drop low IQ? Come on, man. Come on. And then gonna turn around and post. In light of this evening's events, I ask that all Americans recommit with their hearts in resolving our differences peacefully. And of course, we knew not to take that seriously because you had already posted about a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again.
There will be some shots fired tonight.
See, Trump, this why ain't nobody go with the Correspondents Dinner thing. This why ain't nobody go with it. Well, of course, and also the whole bit about the ballroom.
So last week, I told you guys that all of Maga is paid and they coordinate their messaging in lockstep via group chats. And what do you know? All of these people came to the conclusion that after they saw what happened at the White House Correspondents Dinner, their first thought was all independently, Trump needs his ballroom. The statistical likelihood of this happening in a vacuum, if we are to stipulate that these people are not coordinated, the statistical likelihood of this happening, that they all came to the same conclusion, not probable, okay? I think it's also important to note that one of the main group chats in which they coordinate this messaging is literally called Fight, Fight, Fight after the attempt on Trump's life in Butler, okay? And this has the official Trump War Room, members of the administration, including James Blair, and all your favorite MAGA influencers. And I would log on and show you more of these messages, but I can't log on to Twitter because they're suing me for $75,000.
And there was a whole situation about the cameraman. Cameraman was just chilling, wasn't he? Did y'all get Maury's cameraman? Because, hey, Maury's cameraman, that's the highest level of cameraman is Maury's cameraman. They get everything. It don't matter what's going on. They better than war zones. And in fact, they actually do be in war zones, what be going on the Maury stage. I'm hoping that, you know, I work with my channel and build it up to one day I could afford a Maury cameraman. Like y'all had.
You are not.
Man, the way this girl was fumbling and bumbling and rumbling and screaming had me in tears. And then bro celebrated by hitting the worst nay-nay ever.
Let me see this tweet again. Vile person of the year, Candace Owens, lies, 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 uses rich white men, 0% fact check ratio on all credible fact checking sites, and protects offenders. Somebody posted this about you first, didn't they? You stole somebody's meme. Tell the truth. You stole somebody's meme. Talk about protect offenders. Come on. Why would you even include that on the meme and not think that's where everybody gonna go with it? But touche on the uses rich white men. Because rich men of every other color can get it. You know what I mean? Rich men of every other color are free to get got. It's the using of the rich white man that is a problem. Say what now? I got lotion in the shot.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
See, that's why I need a Maury cameraman. A Maury cameraman would have got me straight before we started.
You are not the father.
There it is. Keep up with it. Yeah, keep up with it. Go. Yeah, I like that. Keep up with it. That's how you keep up with it. That's how you do it, baby.
Hey, somebody tell Alex Jones to put his shirt back on. Because Trump back on the offensive, and Candace Owens needs somebody to get her back.
They try to silence you, then they misrepresent who you are. They're body snatchers. They're skinwalkers. They literally take your skin. This is going to backfire big time, folks.
Oh, here he come. Here come. Is that Alex Jones? Alex Jones on his way to rescue Candace Owens and Nick Fuentes. Hey, Alex Jones, don't be mad. Hey, at least you had a shirt on in the meme. The meme is better than what real life is looking like for you right now, Alex Jones, if we're being honest.
There will be some shots fired tonight.
And it looked like he'd been in the gym. So you got that going for you as well. Candace, my bad. I assumed when I saw something that anti-black and race, I assumed that you had posted that, but no, some people did have your back. From Carrie Prejean Bowler, imagine sitting in the most powerful office in the world and being consumed by one woman who refuses to bow down to you because she won't call you king. President Trump is dangerously obsessed with Candace Owens. First, you depicted yourself as Jesus Christ, and now you're posting a depiction of Candace Owens as a beat-up, badly injured woman. It's absolutely disgraceful. You have become a vile, despicable person, and the world sees it. You either have the lowest IQ of any president to ever live, deeply compromised, or just pure evil. Maybe all three. I was about to say, that's a terrible SAT question. You could just accept anything, any combination of those, for sure. From Marjorie Taylor Greene, President Trump hates women he can't control who don't worship him, women who actually worship God and are much more intelligent than he is, women like Candace Owens. And regardless of your thoughts on Candace Owens, this is vile. Yes, some people did have your back. But unfortunately, Candace, the North remembers. And by the North, I mean black people and people with operable brains. We all remember. Candace Owens helped build the MAGA machine, and now she's getting steamrolled by it. I really love this for her.
There will be some shots fired tonight.
Candy's someone who got in bed with Trump and the white supremacist movement, and now they're attacking her. We wish her the best, but we in the black community will not defend her. This is the same woman who will justify a police murder and torture against black Americans. She was a foot soldier for the movement. The MAGA cult Candace Owens is getting a reality check. Donald Trump turned on her in a vicious way. She's ugly, she's dumb, she's low IQ. This is the same woman who justified race soldiers killing Breonna Taylor and George Floyd and so many other black Americans. She raised money for race soldiers when they murdered black people, and she helped to demonize the black community. They can never be redemption for me and my family for Candace Owens. She can go to hell with the white supremacists that she was in bed with. Hey, Candace, was you in bed with the... Oh, it was a turn of phrase. Okay, I got you. I got it. Okay, at first I thought they were re-raising all the Charlie Kirk stuff. Okay, that's my bad. Now, here's the interesting thing. Everybody's right. Everybody's right. Guess what? Candace Owens could have brought so much of this on herself through her own amplification of white supremacy going back years, and Trump can be an irredeemable racist. Like, you know, imagine that.
So President Trump posted this image of Candace Owens here. And I want to be clear about something. I'm not defending Candace Owens. Far from it. I think Candace Owens is a maniac, psychotic, vile, bigoted little gremlin. You know, I got plenty of words for Candace Owens. But this image is still incredibly racist. And attached to the image is, of course, a post where the president calls her a low IQ individual. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but low IQ individual is the president's term for basically all black people, black women in particular. If he's going after a black person, he is calling them a low IQ individual. You got to hear it. When you read it, you ought to hear it with a hard R attached. And it's just crazy to me, on a very fundamental level, that the president of the United States, on an almost daily basis, right, engages in the worst kind of gutter racism. You have the president of the United States openly expressing his belief in the biological inferiority of tens of millions of Americans. It's really disgusting. It's not really a story. People kind of take it for granted. And like so much that people take for granted about this era, it drives me crazy and it makes me crazy that people do take it for granted. Like, what do you mean you don't think this is a big story? Way back when Obama was running for office and he said that, you know, rural working class voters get bitter and cling to their guns and religion, that was like a weeks-long scandal. And was he wrong? Back in 2016, when Hillary Clinton referred to half of Trump's supporters as deplorables, that was also a big scandal. Was she wrong? But here we have the actual president describing black people pretty much collectively as low IQ. And it's crickets. It's crickets. Unbelievable.
Two things can be true. It's entirely acceptable to say Candace Owens is a horrible person and anti-Semite and part of the always grifting right. It's also acceptable to recognize that this mock-up is, yes, a vile depiction of Owens, trafficking in classic racist and misogynistic tropes of black women. Uses rich white men. Nice touch there. I say it is below the president of the United States, but that train left the station a long time ago. That train sure did leave the station. Just like Trump's care and concern for the working class. I focused on the white part of rich white men, but how about the rich part of rich white men? He don't care about him grifting y'all neither, Magas. Rich white men. All right. Now, how did all this start? White lives matter. I know about that. I know about how this all started with Candace individually. I just mean, like, how did all of this, like, this particular dust up?
And for some reason, there's a lot of people that are really afraid of this nappy-headed black bitch who just has a lot to say, but not really a lot to offer. So I'm not afraid of Candace Owens, and I'm happy to match her energy. I'm happy to wrestle in the mud with that bitch and, you know, roll around and hurl insults back and forth with her if that's what she wants to do. I'm not afraid of Candace Owens. There's really honestly nothing that this woman can do to me. There's nothing that Candace Owens can say about me that's going to harm me.
Now, she's right about that. She's right about that. I'm pretty sure at this point she cannot feel pain, at least not in her face. She won't feel a thing, no matter what happens. So it makes perfect sense that she wouldn't be afraid. I don't know how comfortable I am living in a world where Laura Loomer's talking about the way somebody looks. I don't. That's why this is a tough one. I don't want to. What I'm going to teach my kids? If they know I sat here and watched Laura Loomer talk about the way somebody look? Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Candace Owens is a liar, okay? And she's a deeply insecure woman who is very unloved at the end of the day. This is a woman who is allegedly in a relationship with a gay man who is always going to feel the rejection of her family, the rejection of her mother, the rejection of her family that she claims left her alone when she was 14 years old.
Laura Loomer, did your family not send you to them people? Huh? Are you allowed to own guns? Did your family not send you to them people and now you're not allowed to own guns? And you want to talk about somebody's relationship with their family? Man, you know what I mean? Come on, dog. I can't. I know I'm not supposed to be defending Candace, but come on. And Byron, this is who had your back when it came to James Fishback dragging you. This is who called out your racism. Nappy-headed black B. Is that how y'all talk in your home? These the people Candace spent her whole life telling us not racist. Now they finna show her. Hey, shout out to you on your use of finna. What part of South Carolina are you from? I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, no, I got family in Clarendon County. That is true. That is true. That is a clear fact that these are the people that she has collected on the course of her right-wing grift. Another thing that is true is that this playbook is all too familiar. And it's that familiarity that empties any meaning behind these attacks. Only 70,000 swing state votes handed Trump the election. He would have never won without Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, or Megyn Kelly. And MAGA thinks Trump cares about them and their one vote. That is correct. They have all been brought under the low IQ banner. So help me understand this. Laura Loomer and Trump, whoever else is still on board. Help me try and understand this. So the litany of people who elevated you to get to this point, their criticism renders them now low IQ, but apparently that had lied dormant until what? November of 2025? People of all ages, from all strata of society, all of a sudden had this burgeoning low IQ that hit last winter. And I'm supposed to take you seriously? Like Laura Loomer talking about somebody's family relationships or the way somebody look. That's how this, that's what this is all given. And then let me go ahead and bring Black Maga. Black Maga, come on down. Nappy-headed Black B. Huh? Nappy-headed Black B had her with a whole do-rag. Low IQ. What's your future looking like?
First of all, stop calling me Uncle Tom. It's Uncle Wes.
He said it, not me.
You know, Laura Loomer been exposing Candace Owens hard. We found out that Candace Owens hired a Zionist Jewish lawyer. Candace Owens isn't streaming tonight. She just announced to her fans, oh, sorry, I didn't tell y'all. I'm going on a family trip. I ain't streaming tonight. I wonder why. Because that sounds like something I would say if my lawyer just dropped me from the case. I thought you hated the Jews. I thought you hated Zionists. But you need them to bail you out. Well, Laura Loomer exposed it and he dropped your ass.
Meanwhile, snappy-headed black bitch.
These people can't be helped. I told you they can't be helped. Ain't no point y'all got it. Y'all have got it 1,000%, because you looking at somebody that's put in so much more white supremacy work than they could even think of, getting accused of hating white people. They sat there and saw that whole thing. I'm done. Do you see the pattern? All these women have been victims of Candace Owens. Hashtag Candace Owens, hashtag racist. And somehow think that they might fare better. I ask myself sometimes how some historical events could have happened. How would that have made sense to the people that were there? Weren't there people to prevent it? And then we get Black Maga, who always have an excuse for everything. Trump called Omarosa a dog after she got fired from the White House. He didn't acknowledge the first Black Republican Congresswoman, Mia Love, after she died from cancer. He abandoned Mark Robinson. He trashed Winsome Sears as phony and wouldn't even say her name. Jerome Adams didn't fare so well standing beside him.
I am speaking.
And what did Black Maga have to say? Omarosa goaded administration officials into secretly recorded conversations. Love was not the first Black GOP congressman. Candace became who we all knew she was. Why wouldn't he bail on Amayatsi Robinson? Sears didn't even support Trump. Jerome is ignored.
I am speaking.
It's always an excuse. It's always an excuse. I'm going to take a page out y'all book, Black Maga. Why don't y'all just comply? With logic and reason. Why don't you just comply? Why you keep resisting common sense? Just comply. Logic matters. Common sense matters. For your own good matters. Because I can tell you this. When you continue to walk down this path of Black Magadom, at this point, where they have made the racism so abundantly clear, you have rendered anything that comes out of your mouth completely meaningless, because you have acknowledged, should you deviate even a little bit from carrying the water you've been carrying, next thing you know, free grift giveaway.
Yo, free grift giveaway, come get it. Run around the block.
Here for the free grift giveaway. Y'all got any more that grift?
I think what she meant by when she had on the White Lives Matter tee, I think she's talking about the stuff around. I think that's what she was talking about. I think that was it.
I'll suck your.
Now wait a minute. Laura Loomer, I'm not letting you get away with that one. I am not letting you get away with that one. This you? From Roger Stone, Laura Loomer gave Corey Lewandowski an education in order to get on Trump's campaign plane when she wasn't appearing with Jeffrey Epstein, accomplice, and enabler Steve Bannon. And you didn't even get to run DHS. That was just a drive-by.
There will be some shots fired tonight.
And there's more. Disgraced former Trump flunky Corey Lewandowski's about to go to prison, and what will be the biggest governmental corruption scandal in U.S. history is the one who let crazy Laura Loomer on Trump's campaign plane, according to Loomer's incredibly stupid testimony in the trial Loomer lost with her lawyer Larry Klayman, who's barred from practicing law in many jurisdictions for ethical reasons. Oh, that's right. You did lose your lawsuit now, didn't you? You sure enough did. And what was that lawsuit about again?
Because she's very close to Trump. She's 31. Looks like his type.
You lost that one. Gives a little bit of credence to what Roger Stone had to say now, doesn't it? Yeah, most certainly does. You know what you should have done? You should have read that Russell Brand book. I recommended you read that Russell Brand book, How to Become a Christian Before Your Criminal Trial. Things would have gone much better for you, Laura. They certainly would have. And you know what? You don't even have to know a whole lot about the faith, neither. He didn't.
Can I go back to asking you a question about your Bible?
Yes, if you want to.
Thank you. Was that the one you took into court?
You're the very one.
Okay. What was your thinking of taking it into court? And what you were seeing, looking at some passages, what were the relevant passages for you?
All right. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you. That didn't hurt, did it?
A little bit. It was this from Isaiah.
Who now? Who now? Are we talking about the point guard for the Pistons or the point guard for the Celtics? Because that ain't the name of no book. Are we talking about losing Isaiah? He just lost Isaiah right there.
You're right. Bear did say, be chilled. Sometimes I lose the chill, man. It's pretty. It's this. They don't like that, do they, in the old gallery? But remember, you just said it's a hired spot. This is from Isaiah.
Huh?
Excuse me.
I've been there before. I gave some book reports. I ain't read the book. That's exactly what that looked like. And they let you take the book up in front of the class. All you had to do was find a good section and start reading. I learned that. Confidence is key. You unprepared, confidence is key. Russell Brand, this is, What'd you say? Oh, he must be one of those Trump Christians.
Okay, you mentioned the Bible. You've been talking about how it's your favorite book. And you said, I think last night in Iowa, some people are surprised that you say that. I'm wondering what one or two of your most favored Bible verses are and why.
I wouldn't want to get into it because to me that's very personal. When I talk about the Bible, it's very personal. So I don't want to get into verses. I don't want to get into...
There's no verse that means a lot to you that you think about or cite?
The Bible means a lot to me, but I don't want to get into specifics.
Even to cite a verse that
you
like?
No, I don't want to do that.
You're an Old Testament guy or a New Testament guy?
Probably equal. I think it's just an incredible... The whole Bible is an incredible... I joke very much so. They always hold up the Art of the Deal. I say my second favorite book of all time.
Stop it, Trump. You know it's your favorite. You know it's your favorite. Back when you used to claim that you were reading. Now I know you just like to watch late night cable news. You might not have seen this one though. Yeah, it aired over in Italy. Italian investigative just unleashed a political earthquake. They've obtained never-before-heard 2017 audio of Paolo Zampoli, the man who introduced Melania to Donald Trump and now sits in his first circle as special envoy to the U.S., speaking of a secret pre-election pact with the First Lady. Okay now. Well, that should be interesting. Certainly, that definitely should be interesting. No, Candace. No, Candace. No, none of this was a defense of you. But racism is racism. Okay, we can call that out. Hypocrisy is hypocrisy. Laura Loomer talking about the way somebody looks is absurd. Some things just can't be. You know what I mean? They can't be allowed to flourish in a proper society. They cannot. Not to mention the fact that at the end of the day, it's about that let them fight energy. We let them fight. At the end of the day, it's about the let them fight energy. And to that point, Candace, hey, you didn't get this from me. You didn't get this from me. All right? Charlie got Kirk 7 months ago, and Erica is already seeing black dudes. TPUSA gonna love that. They gonna absolutely love that. Well, y'all done violated everything else Charlie wanted. I don't see what's the problem, huh?
There will be some shots fired tonight.
I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. Truthfully, without your support, I wouldn't be here. In fact, let's take a moment to give credit to the one that led us all here. Trump. I know it's Trump. He led us right to the, further back. Rupert Murdoch. Definitely Rupert Murdoch, cause he gave us Trump. Further back. Al Green, cause he invented the internet and it's been all downhill ever since. Ronald Reagan. It gotta be Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan and Reaganomics. Nixon. I know it's Nixon because he came up with the Southern strategy. It got to be Nixon. Woodrow Wilson. It's got to be Woodrow. That was the first time that the supremacist was all up in the White House. Andrew Johnson. Because Andrew Johnson, he the one that messed up Reconstruction. So I know it got to be Andrew Johnson. Cain from Cain and Abel. Yeah. We ain't been right since Cain lost his mind. No, I'm talking about mothers. Mothers like Crystal, who sent me this message. I wanted to reach out and share how much of an inspiration you are to my two sons, Kahir and Kamani. Even at the ages of 7 and 8, they find great value and quality in the content you create. As a single mother raising two young brown, aka black men, I feel it's incredibly important for them to see successful role models who look like them. My oldest son, Kahir, is so inspired he recently decorated his room to resemble your studio. My youngest son is particularly motivated by your diamond play button. Honestly, I never paid attention to it till they brought it to my attention. Both boys are now working to build their own channel and create content aspiring to follow in your footsteps. Thank you for being such a positive influence on them. Now, first of all, I haven't gotten my diamond play button yet. They might beat me to that one, but let me see them jerseys. You let him get a Falcons jersey? You don't think he too young to sign up for that kind of pain? I don't know. Falcons, that's crazy at that age. That's crazy at that age. But you know what, Crystal? I can take absolutely no credit for my influence because that comes from you, and give yourself the credit for raising such fine young gentlemen. And what did your mama always tell you? Huh? What? Clean draws. Vote. Your mama didn't tell you to vote? Oh, maybe that was just growing up in DC. Brother, We'll take it from Florissa in Texas, who wrote, I'ma wear this to the voting center in my very Republican state tomorrow to vote because I need to know who raised them. I watch you every day. Keep up the good work. And you do the same, Florissa. That is exactly the connection that I wanted to make. Civic responsibility and embodying the compassion and love of a mother. Vote like a mother. That is all the stuff that we're rolling out for Mother's Day over at thepeoplesgetup.com. And by the way, it's not just, vote like a mug, like actively vote, but vote with that compassion and care. Vote like you got some sense. That's what I'm saying. We wouldn't have had none of them people that I named in the beginning if y'all voted like y'all have some sense.
He's right,
But here we got bags here, because I know y'all be handing your mother just about everything. We got crop tops here. That's not what I'm wearing right now. It's full on the bottom. And we got tumblers for everything from water to wine, because I've seen it firsthand. Y'all deserve it. In fact, a lot more than that. You order now, you can get it in time for this Mother's Day. And don't forget to send your pics to me at admin@reesewaters.com.